Okay, my friends, I'm going to talk a little bit about the preamble of the Constitution and also the amendment process. Both very important topics. I'm going to show exactly how the Constitution is amended and what specific things the government is supposed to do for the American people according to the preamble. So I'm going to start out with the Constitution. The Constitution, again, I want to emphasize, is the law of the land. It outlines the government structure. It gives American citizens guaranteed rights, as you can see here. And this is the structure. There are three parts of the Constitution. You have the first part, the introductory paragraph, which is called the preamble. It's actually one long sentence. And then you have the articles, which outline the structure of the federal government. And then you have the amendments. And the first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. I'm going to start with the amendments today, the last part of the Constitution. Like I said, the first 10 amendments are the Bill of Rights. And as we looked at last week, it was added on to the Constitution to persuade the Anti-Federalists to vote for the Constitution so it could be ratified. Again, the Anti-Federalists feared a federal government that was too strong, and therefore the Federalists added the first 10 amendments to guarantee certain freedoms for the American people. The genius of the Constitution is that it can be amended. It can be changed. So if there is something that is not working, if something that has become outdated, the Constitution can be amended. It can be changed. However, it is a very difficult thing to do. Since the Bill of Rights, that's 1789, there have only been 17 amendments passed. So that's from 1789 to 2020, only 17 amendments have been passed. That's not very many in an extremely long period of time. Therefore, there are 27 constitutional amendments. So these are a few important ones that came post Bill of Rights. 13th Amendment after the Civil War abolished slavery. The 18th Amendment was prohibition, which was the prohibition of alcoholic beverages could not be sold or manufactured in the United States. The 19th Amendment, the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment is this year, which gave women the right to vote. And the 21st Amendment made alcohol legal again. In fact, the 18th Amendment, the 21st Amendment is the only time that an amendment was passed overriding a previous amendment. So you may have been past a liquor store. I think there's a liquor store in Indianapolis somewhere called the 21st Amendment. It is called the 21st Amendment because alcohol was legal again. So how do you amend the Constitution? It is an extraordinarily difficult process, and it requires a huge majority of both the federal government and the states to approve a constitutional amendment. As you can see, in order to pass a constitutional amendment, 2/3 of both houses of Congress have to approve it. That's 2/3 of the House and the Senate. In addition to that, you have to get 3/4 of the state legislatures to approve it. So essentially, you got to get 2/3 of Congress and 3/4 of the states. Every single state has a state legislature. You got to get 3/4 of those state legislatures to vote for a constitutional amendment in order to pass it. So once again, it's an extraordinarily difficult process, and that's why it's only been done 17 times since 1789. So it's an extraordinarily difficult process.